Welcome back to the exam preparation video series for AI-102, Designing and Implementing an Azure AI Solution. I'm Bobbie Russell, and I'm a Microsoft Technical Trainer. This is the fourth episode out of a total of 6 episodes in this series. In this episode, we'll cover the things that you see here. Here's a list of all the different skills you may be tested on. These are sometimes referred to as may included, meaning they may or may not be on your exam. This list isn't exhaustive, and while we won't be covering every skill in this video, be sure you're able to perform these skills before taking the exam. When introducing the Azure AI Vision Image Analysis Service, you will need to know about capabilities like extracting text from images or detecting objects and people within your environment. You also need to know about generating captions and descriptions, as well as suggesting smart crops and tags. If you don't know what those are, definitely read and study and prepare for those. You will see those. Become familiar with the steps listed here for using the AI Custom Vision training and prediction resources. Make sure to know the steps in order from adding an image, adding tags, clicking done, and finally training your model. Also, as seen here, know the domains supported, which are generic, compact domains, landmarks, food, and retail. Know what's covered in each. This image analysis can be used to extract different features from an image by either providing the name of the image, file on disk, or publicly accessible URL of the image. Know the different operations of image analysis. Image analysis includes the following, but there are many more. You can use it for model customization, read text from images. You can use it to generate image captions. You can use it to tag visual features. You can use it to get the area of interest, or things like smart cropping. You can categorize an image, and many, many more things. So keep that in mind. It can also do things like background removal and image retrieval. I would suggest you prepare and practice with those in your lab environments. To get ready for the exam, make sure you're comfortable with how to extract text from images using the Azure AI Vision. Focus on understanding how the synchronous API works, especially for OCR tasks and non-document images. You'll also want to be familiar with the settings and how to set up your environment, locating your keys, your endpoints, and running the application to analyze your images. Practice these steps will help you feel more confident and be able to recall them. You should focus on how to create a new project using the Azure AI Custom Vision. It's important to understand the difference between image classification and object detection models, and how to choose the right one for your scenario. You also want to be familiar with setting up the project details, like naming it, selecting the classification types, and so forth. So practicing these steps will help you feel confident when you're using the platform effectively. You'll want to spend time learning how to create new projects in the Azure AI Custom Vision. Make sure you understand the difference between image classification and object detection models, and how to choose the right one for your needs. Now, keep in mind, these are key areas that will help you to feel confident when you're working with the platform, so definitely practice those. You'll want to focus on how to train a classifier or detector using Azure AI Custom Vision. Make sure you know the steps involved, like selecting your project, choosing between quick and advanced training, and understanding what the process is and that it can take a few minutes, as it uses all your current images and tags to build a model. Once training is complete, reviewing the results and metrics is key. If the results look good, your model is ready to go. If not, you may need to revisit your images and tags and try again. Also be familiar with how to interpret the metrics like precision, recall, and the mean average precision, as well as probability and overlapping thresholds. They help you to understand how well your model is performing. You should understand how to publish a custom vision model by using the Performance tab and entering the required details like the model name and prediction resource. It's also important to know how to consume the model effectively, which includes strategies like preventing overfitting and using a balanced and varied data set. Reviewing prediction results visually and using them for further training is another key area to focus on. Students should get familiar with how Azure AI Vision spatial analysis works, especially when it comes to detecting people and their movements in video. It's helpful to understand how people counting works in defined zones and how entrance counting tracks movements through doorways in specific areas. You should also know how the system can monitor social distancing and detect face masks. So keep in mind what those features are and be prepared for those. Make sure to explore how to build a custom vision model using code-first approaches like Python SDK or REST API. It's important to understand how to create a project, add tags, upload and label images, train the model, publish it, and test the prediction endpoint. You should also look into how Azure AI Video Indexer works to extract insights from video or live stream. This includes knowing that if it runs over 30 AI models to generate insights like transcripts, OCR, faces, topics, and emotions. These tools are powerful for analyzing both static images and dynamic video content. So be familiar with both of them in preparation for your exam. So in this episode, we discussed the things that you see here. Remember, this group accounts for about 15 to 20% of your exam, so keep that in mind when you're preparing for your exam. Thanks for watching episode 4 on implementing computer vision solutions. Be sure to join us for episode 5, where we cover implementing natural language processing solutions.